Hello and welcome to Colourful in the post-truth apocalypse. I'm Ben. This week I'm hanging out with Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
Today we talk about Project Sunstreak, which I thought was a transformer at first.
Sunstreak is a transformer, yes.
There we go. I was onto something.
He's Sideswipe's brother.
Of course.
What is Project Sunstreak? I don't think I've heard of it.
Well, you know, like recently we've had the Ark of the Covenant, we did Operation Stargate with the remote viewing. This kind of ties it all together in a weird way.
Right, okay.
But it's a legit thing. The documents are online, or allegedly. Sorry, the alleged documents are online of this declassified
Well, they
program.
disputed it.
No, but you're never 100% sure if they're. Are they? I mean, you can, I suppose. I don't know.
It's on the CIA website.
It is. But parts are redacted. Not all of it is visible, but there's a good chunk of it is visible.
Yeah.
But anyway, best thanks to the returning listeners. I just say follow us on Facebook at Cutting to the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. YouTube is Apocalypse Ball. SoundCloud, Spotify, all your other podcasting platforms. Cutting to the Ball in the PTA. Where shall I start? What's that down at the bottom? Like Colombia?
Yep. I think.
Rio Sucio in Colombia?
Or is it Ecuador?
Or Ecuador. Just one banana republic is pretty much the same as another, isn't it? Knoxville in the US, Bangkok in Thailand, New City and Rat in the US, Kolkata in India, Frankfurt am Main in Germany, Ashburn in America, Bolton in the UK, Council Bluffs in the US, Dublin in Ireland, Boardman in the US, Falkenstein, Germany, and Guadalajara, Spain. Thank you all for listening. It's very much appreciated. Tell a friend, tell several friends. Go up to people, just put it in their phones. Subscribe them. So, Project Sunstreak. It is the CIA's, one of the most CIA's enigmatic programs. Project Sunstreak. Was it a genuine attempt at psychic espionage or a Cold War era misadventure into pseudoscience? Probably.
Well, a little from column A.
Yeah.
Well, just before we start, where do you stand on remote viewing?
If you ask me, I think it's bollocks, but then there's more stuff coming out, isn't there?
Yeah.
People claiming it's not. So I don't know. Don't know.
On the fence, obviously.
Always on the fence.
Well, the CIA seemed to think it was real, didn't they?
I mean, if I close my eyes now, I think...
funded millions of dollars into it.
Well, yeah, they did, didn't they? I could picture my my house. I mean, does that count? Am I not, in fact, remote viewing?
True, but are you looking at what's the? There's an envelope on the table that you and who's it addressed to?
Well, fucking me.
Could be yours, mate.
Okay.
Could have been delivered to the wrong house.
Not hard. It's going to be hard for me to guess that, is it? But like Mike's just made a good point there. Like I personally, it seems like something that's beyond the realms of possibility. But would they really have ploughed as much money as they did if there wasn't just some morsel, some bit of info or evidence they'd seen to make them think, I think some people could do this.
Well, we've gone through some cases in the past, and
Uri
they seem to
Uri Geller is not.
Uri Geller is the leader.
No, he's not. He was kicked out because he was fucking wrong. They tested him wrong, and he was fucking wrong. He was wrong on everything. He's not a psychic. He's a stage magician.
I saw him on television talking about how what's the Israeli
Mossad? Yes, he wasn't in Mossad either.
He was their top remote.
No, he wasn't.
Man.
He was just a man who can do a simple magic trick, bend a spoon, and lie to everybody.
He was sat in a room full of bent spoons.
He is my nemesis.
Well, didn't he get turned down?
Initially, they did. It was a couple of different guys tested him, and they went, yeah, you're in. And then another couple of different scientists took the project over because they thought these guys were making a mess of it. Scientifically, they retested Geller and found out he failed miserably.
Well, he was he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he didn't trust the new regime. I heard that he actually founded Mossad.
No.
Yeah.
No. No, Mossad was founded in probably about 1948. I don't think Yuri Geller was born
He founded
then.
it when he was 3.
Yuri Geller is full of
Because he's a
shit.
brilliant man.
He's full of shit.
Listen, Ben, you don't get to drive round a Rolls Royce adorned with bent spoons.
You do if you're a fantastic liar.
Well, I'm just saying, he's one of the more famous remote viewers, because I can't think of
He's
any
not
others.
a remote viewer.
Just stop being so defensive and accept.
He's not a remote viewer. He never remote viewed.
You don't know that, you weren't there. I believe him.
Everybody associated with the project who's come out said he was nowhere near it because he was all he could do is rub the spoon and fucking bend it.
They would say that, wouldn't they?
I'm sorry. He's a fraud. The man is a fraud. He deserves to be called out as such.
Yeah.
Fraud and a liar and a cad.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, just about till I find him.
So old he is.
That's not a threat. It's a joke.
My money's on Yuri Geller.
Please. He's in his 70s.
He'll use his power on
Yeah.
on you.
He's going to snap my
Super
spine like a spoon.
He's
Bend you like
70
a spoon.
78 years of age.
I tell you what, if I try and fight, if I offer Yuri Geller a fight and he doesn't use psychic powers to snap my spine, can we agree he's a fraud?
Well, no, I'm just looking at a CIA document. I'm downloading it.
Well, that's a
It
mistake.
pertains to Yuri Geller. Yuri Geller, SRI, August the 4th to the 11th, 1973. Let's go to the conclusion.
So he was there for 4
It's
days.
got all these drawings and stuff here. It all looks like a load of bollocks to me. Approved for release. No, I'll skim through this and get back to you. But I think the CIA
I think there's a
disagrees with
reason
you.
this has been approved for release, and that's because he wasn't fucking psychic. So, in the 70s, amid Cold War tensions, the US intelligence community became intrigued by reports of Soviet research into psychic phenomena. This curiosity led to the inception of several programs aimed at exploring, quote, remote viewing, the purported ability to perceive distant or unseen targets through extrasensory perception. So, you know how there was the big talk was like there's a missile gap? Like they've got 5,000 missiles and we've got 3,000, there's a missile gap. Now they're afraid there's a psychic gap.
Right.
We need psychics, there's a psychic gap.
Well, I'm amazed, Ben. I think you might have underestimated his powers. Some guy in another room drew a cross-section of a brain and Yuri Geller wrote down the word organic. Proof!
It's not really
Proof!
though, is it?
Back to
If-
the
if-
story.
If you
Organic
no,
or inorganic?
no, because he wrote down the... Yeah, I can do
Proof.
that, Mike.
Oh, no, sorry, he wrote down organic and medical. Cross-section, medical, organic, brain. Proof!
Well, if you wrote
Back
down...
to the story.
Hang on.
Sorry. No.
If you wrote down brain,
Well,
I'd have been more impressed.
he didn't, did he?
Because organic, he's just going 50-50.
You can still see, it's of all the things the guy could have drawn. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that that's
I'm
terrible. If that's the only evidence
just
you're
saying-
bringing me, then you need to...
You're not the CIA, are you?
Well, clearly I should be.
They're paying attention to him, or they were.
Yeah, and then they released him.
And then
That's
he
why
had a
it was
career
au-
in light
that-
entertainment.
That's why it was August 7th to the 11th. He was there for 4 days. They realised he was full of shit and fucked him off.
Yeah.
So Project Sunstreak, initiated in the mid-1980s under the Defence Intelligence Agency, the DIA, was a continuation of earlier efforts like Project Stargate. These programs sought to harness psychic abilities for intelligence gathering, training individuals to visualise and describe remote locations or objects with minimal information. So, hey, what's in the second drawer down in the Iranian Defence Minister's desk?
Give me a minute. Letters.
Could be.
Paperwork.
But we need to see what are those letters saying.
Oh, fuck that. What more do you want?
Well, for all you know, there's a dildo in
It's
there.
the
You
other
might miss
side of
that.
the world. I'd have seen that.
So,
What the fuck?
initially, they had a very particular mission statement. Find the location of a crashed Navy aircraft. And according to a CIA briefing on Project Sunstreak, the vessel was located within 15 miles of where a psychic remote viewer said it would be.
Is that pretty good?
15 miles? Well, depends, doesn't it? I mean,
What information did they have? Because I mean, if you said to me, well, it went
It could
down.
be anywhere in the world.
Well, but if you
And
said
they got it within 15 miles.
that's
pretty
impressive.
good.
But if they then said, right, this plane went down somewhere around here, we lost contact with it here, it was heading here from here. Well, then that's a bit less of an impressive guess, isn't it? But like you said, though, if it was genuinely like, this is what the plane's called, where the fuck is it? Or why hasn't somebody done that with MH30, whatever it is, you know, the one?
Well, that's because it went into a wormhole.
Well, I believe there has been remote viewing attempts for it, but I haven't heard anything about the results or something. Ed Dames is one of the famous remote viewers, Major Ed Dames, and I'm sure he's tried to do MH370, but I'm not sure what he said. I can't remember what he said now. I had to Google it after.
I just hope if we do get prominent psychics who are good at remote viewing and that they give themselves cool code names like the X-Men.
Well, you have to,
Don't
wouldn't you?
just like, what was his name?
Ed Dames.
Come on. He should call himself, I don't know, the Fiddler. No,
No, that's Duncan Cameron from the Philadelphia experiment.
I need time to think.
Montauk Project.
You know what I mean? He should have, you know, I should wear a cool leather suit.
Mysterion or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Bring in Mysterion. Ooh, damn. Shut up, it's Mysterion. He's got the suit on.
And the helmet.
He knows what's in your drawers, man. Be careful, he can see what's in your house.
You can see what's on your internet search history.
Oh, Lord.
So as the project grew and evolved, the mission statements broadened and focused on more practical applications for remote viewing. The people involved in the programme were asked to find hostages such as Terry Waite, who they claimed to have found. They were tested with questions about what information was inside of classified envelopes and asked to describe locations they weren't familiar with or near. One of them even took matters into his own hands, travelling through time and space. So Project Sunstreak's psychic spies believed themselves capable of leaving their bodies in order to explore outside themselves. One of the project's participants took this concept a bit further, claiming he could leave the planet and the current time period. Ed Dames, who was a monitor and overseer of most of Project Sunstreak's remote viewing sessions, practiced advanced training, in which he pushed the boundaries of remote viewing in non-military capacities. He claimed to see the fall of Atlantis, saying it was located in the bottom of Lake Titicaca. Well, let's go now and have a look.
Yeah. Come on.
Well, you can't base on one fella, though, can you? All that money. It's at the bottom of Lake Titicaca. What are you basing that on? Thoughts. Here's
Yeah,
20 million for an expedition.
Would it cost that much?
You need a little underwater submersible
Yeah,
thing
you
with an
need
underwater
stuff, though,
drone
don't you?
and a boat.
Well, I mean, I'd
Few
love to go.
divers.
If it's there, they won't tell us anyway.
He's also said to have found the Loch Ness Monster, which he said was really just the ghost of a dinosaur.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I love it. What if the Loch Ness Monster is just a dinosaur ghost? Gaz is just looking with exasperation on his face.
For fuck's sake. I mean, he had me up to that point.
What's so hard to believe about that?
You're about to pack up and go off to Lake Titicaca.
Yeah. I've got my snorkel. Oh, and by the way, the Loch Ness Monster, a dinosaur's ghost. Oh,
He also discussed encountering UFOs and Martians as well. Although there are theories that Dames incorporated drug use in his sessions, there's no evidence to support that claim.
right, so he's tripping bollocks. Like
Yeah.
the Loch Ness Monster, man. It's like a ghost from the Jurassic period.
I'm doing advanced training now.
Taking ass.
Yeah, listen to Pink Floyd.
Advanced
Yeah,
training.
he's got a load of topless young hippie women with him. Yeah.
Well, how does a project of this variety find recruits? Well, they turn to a church claiming to test people for just such traits. The church and Scientology.
It's just getting
It's
more and more legit by the second, isn't it, Mike?
When did the Church of Scientology start? 60s, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
50s, 60s.
It was when did Jack Parsons fuck L. Ron Hubbard off? See our Jack Parsons episode. Must have been must have been the 50s.
It's around that time, wasn't it?
Early 50s. So yeah, I reckon 60s. I reckon L. Ron's got this thing up and running.
Wait, I'll find out.
Before the military initiative of Project Gondola Wish even existed, which is another name for this. This had several names. It was also Flame Grill or Grill Flame.
Real flame, yeah.
54.
54. So yeah, so Scientologists Russell Targ and Harold Putoff were researching highly gifted artists and OT operating Thetan Level 7 Scientologists.
Thetans. Here they go with the Thetans.
The level of Scientology is supposedly made up of empaths and were among the project's first recruits. But how did they test for accuracy? Well, it's about 65%. If you're 65% right, you can get in.
Yep, basic psychic yes or no test.
Well, it says the average person will be right just statistically half the time in a basic psychic yes or no. So it doesn't really fucking prove anything, does it?
No. Well, the jump of 15% suggests either luck or something they're looking for.
Oh, I don't know what type of question.
But
So
just
maybe
at the
it's
minimum,
common sense answer.
I mean, there's some getting 90, 95%, some
No,
getting 100. We don't know.
Then you need to do some more vigorous testing then, don't you?
Was Yuri failed?
No, it didn't.
So this may point to the misogyny of the military, but two of the women involved with the project were dubbed the Witches. Ed Dames, who was leading the remote viewers operations at the time, said that Angela Della Fiora and Robin Dowgan were the sort of psychics most people are used to seeing in late night infomercials.
Mystic Meg.
Yes. They preferred not to call it remote viewing and used common psychic rhetoric such as channeling. They also knew exactly how to appeal to their male superiors, providing them with tarot readings and giving them positive predictions in their personal lives. Dames called these personal sessions psychic blowjobs.
Well, he's a right fucking numpty, isn't he, this fella?
Well, it was involved with the Lockerbie bombing.
I'm sorry, but that says right there, I'll just describe it to the viewer. It says, remote viewers were asked to locate a bomb on a plane. There's a picture of a fucking exploded plane, so I'm going to guess they didn't fucking succeed.
That's the Lockerbie photo, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it was after, wasn't it?
Yes, they did.
They wanted to find out where the bomb was.
Oh, in the
After it
wreckage.
had gone off, yeah.
So when Pan Am Flight 103 exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland, killing everyone aboard in 1988...
That's dodgy as fuck. Have you looked into that?
I've seen the mainstream documentaries about Lockerbie.
Watched the recent
The Netflix
series,
one.
Lockerbie, it was good. But it's like they warned the staff beforehand not to go on this flight.
That's bizarre.
That's why the plane was half empty, because all the staff went on it.
That's fucked up, isn't it?
Why would you let the passengers on then?
Well, that's it. I
You
don't
know.
know why. That's one of the conspiracies, isn't it? Who was on it, or what were they sacrifices?
Oh God, it wasn't an occult ritual, was it, Mike?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to look
An
into it.
excuse to go blow somebody else up, innit?
It was the golden era of airplane terrorism, wasn't it? Hijackings and everything.
But they'd had a warning, so they knew.
Well, it's like, why was there all that insider trading the day before 9/11?
Yeah.
Almost as if somebody knew there was going to be a massive
Why did
crash.
they put out a massive insurance?
Yeah.
Paid for massive insurance on it a few months before.
Yeah.
Oh, why did the Pentagon admit they had that massive black hole in their budget the day before that they couldn't account for? And then the plane hit the
plane-
financial...
Oh, just where we kept all the...
In the Pentagon.
Yeah, just happened
It
to
just
hit
happened to hit that one cabinet.
Yeah, where we kept all the financial records. What a shitter. Oh well.
That was no plane.
Moving on. No, was it fuck? Right, anyway, so what happened to Lockerbie?
Well, the viewers were asked to locate the bomb that was used to blow up the plane. The CIA told them that they needed to describe the composite photo of the reconstructed baggage container said to have held the bomb and give the location of the bomb within that area. The remote viewing sessions on the subject weren't all that useful. One participant described a neat blue colour and a car crash, which is not quite the accuracy forensic science gives us.
Yeah, it didn't work on that one.
Didn't work on that one. But it cost millions of dollars. They spent millions of dollars in 20 years. They were still doing this in the 90s. They may still be doing it now.
I believe they are.
Elizondo claims that his unit was trained to do it. Although, the more I hear about Louis Elizondo, the more I think he might be a plant.
Do you?
Yeah.
What gives you that impression?
There's been a few photos he's released as definitive proof, but they're not what they are.
Was that one where it was circular?
It looks like it's hovering, a massive thing hovering over the ground, but it's the angle and the light. It's
things, weren't they?
That's it, and there's been a few things like that where he's not been as trustworthy as you might like.
But you'd think that if he's releasing this stuff and it's getting debunked straight away, that isn't a good sign, is it?
No, it's not. So, but the one that we sort of drew our attention to when this came up was one of the most intriguing episodes of Project Sunstreak, which occurred on December 5th, 1988. A remote viewer designated as #032. That's not very catchy. That's not a catchy superhero name. It's not as good as Mysterion, is it? Was tasked with describing an undisclosed target. Unbeknownst to the viewer, the target was the biblical Ark of the Covenant. According to declassified CIA documents, viewer 032 described a container made of wood, gold and silver adorned with winged figures resembling a coffin. The viewer claimed it was located underground in a Middle Eastern setting, guarded by entities, and warned that unauthorised attempts to access it would lead to destruction. So just like Raiders of the Lost Ark then.
Yeah. Melted faces.
Yeah, Ark of the Covenant. Oh, we've gone through all of that in previous episodes. Listen, you can check that out. It's located underground in a Middle Eastern setting and guarded. Well, it's
guarded by entities. Doesn't say humans.
No. Well, what is the definition of an entity, though? Is it something without a body, or is it...
No, I don't think so. I think it's just a being, isn't it?
It's
a life form.
A non-human entity is usually the way they say it. But it could be demons, it could be angels, it could be aliens, it could be...
It could be men in a mask and a suit.
Entity
Could
is
have fooled him.
a general term for something that exists independently and has its own distinct identity. It could be a person, organisation, object, or even an abstract concept.
Oh, it's guarded by abstract concepts.
Fucking hell. Abstract concepts with weapons. I can't even comprehend what this thing is that's killing me.
I'm absolute.
It's beyond human comprehension. I just know it hurts. Fuck that.
Yeah, do you think they found the Ark of the Covenant then, or what?
I don't know. Because didn't people already know where it was without a remote viewer?
Well,
There were the episode we don't know, do we? There's different rumours. Could be in Ethiopia.
That church in Ethiopia.
Could be in
the
the
blind
Scotland,
people.
couldn't it?
Could be in the British Museum, locked in a vault somewhere.
I bet Jeff Bezos has got it.
Possibly,
It's
yeah.
on his mantelpiece.
There was that guy, wasn't there? Who thought knows where it is in the desert. Is it in Jordan?
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him dig.
That's right.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what these people can see. Did they go and check where they said it was?
We don't know that.
Yeah.
They've not released that information.
You'd be pissed off if you got out there and it was fuck all, wouldn't you? And you'd just be like, why are we listening to these fucking... like, I've just trekked through jungle, some CIA operative. I haven't seen my wife for 6 months.
I'm imagining that they would start this kind of smaller things that they can...
Yeah,
rather than just
I've
go straight for the
pictured
biggie.
somebody on some massive expedition. Takes 6 months of their life to get there. There's fuck all there. It's like, I'm going to shoot him myself when I get
fucking
back.
remote view 32.
I'm going to fucking shoot
Uri
him
Geller.
myself.
No! Wasted my fucking time.
I'll break a spoon off in his ass. A fucking ladle.
Then this beating him to death with a ladle. Apparently it cost $500,000 a year. Overall, the project cost roughly $20 million.
I just thought of another... You know when I tried to sell a fake headline to the Sun?
Yeah.
They actually wanted to ring me back and I shit myself.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go through with it. I've just thought of another one. I was forced to batter Uri Geller's ghost with a ladle. They'll definitely put that.
Yeah.
If you were to put Uri Geller's
He's not dead.
psychic
ghost.
psychic entity of Uri
Yeah.
Geller, he was doing out of body travel.
He was
came
remote
in-
viewing
he
in my
came into-
fucking kitchen.
He came into my kitchen
trying to
late
bend
at
me
night.
spoons.
Came
I've
into
got a very rare ladle given to me by Queen Elizabeth.
Your picture should just be you with a bent ladle.
Upset because it was value, it was
Look what Uri
priceless.
Geller did to me ladle.
He bent my priceless ladle.
The thing is, he would say he did.
Yeah, because he'd want people to admit. Yeah. So I'd say I was forced to batter his psychic projection. To be honest, it was quite easy because he is 78.
He would be onto that. I mean, remember he made David Beckham miss that penalty.
Oh, God.
I do love that photo though.
Even the spoon's trying to get away from him.
He's sitting on the throne, isn't he? Like, you don't watch Game of Thrones.
I know the throne though.
It's
Yeah.
knives and it's just spoons.
Spoons. You fucking spoon. So what's your hero been up to, Vern?
They would peek in on other psychics. Despite the mission statements claiming remote view was a passive act, remote viewers claim to have spied on renowned television personality Uri Geller, who has since been shown to be a magician rather than a mystic.
Bullshit. Heresy. You haven't seen what he did to my ladle.
Proof.
Interestingly, the viewer also described Geller as an entertainer rather than a psychic. So even the remote viewing guys are on my side.
Well, they don't know him like I do.
Oh yeah.
I've had some amazing weekends, me, him and Cliff. Having Ben's idea of hell.
How old were you?
I was of age.
I only remember being 8 years old and spending weekends with Cliff and Uri. I don't remember much of them. I used to drink this cocoa and then I'd wake up the next day.
It was not like that. We'd bend spoons and sing rock and roll.
I don't think they're friends though, to be fair.
Did you play the spoons while he sang?
Yeah. Well, I tried, but they were bent. Yuri, you bent me fucking spoons again. Yeah, you are shit at it. You ruined the band. That was my accent. I don't know what Israelis sound like.
So how did it eventually get shut down? Because it went for 23 years. Ray Hyman, the man, was appointed by the CIA through the American Institute for Research to evaluate the project. His primary conclusion was that the project had done nothing to help government, intelligence or military organisations, although the project leads claimed that they were accurate 15% of the time, which was big for them. And it had made discoveries large enough to be considered breakthroughs, but no amount of arguing could save the project. Although, despite being shut down in 1995, rumours still persist that a few psychics stayed on at Fort Meade working on various secret initiatives.
Of course they are. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Alright, 15% may not seem great, but if you can find the fucking Ark of the Covenant in that 15%, then fucking hell.
Oh yeah?
Or the nuclear codes.
Yeah,
some
whatever.
other countries. You know.
Yes. I don't know where I stand with it.
Well, they think there's something to it, isn't it?
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, the American military-industrial complex has spent a lot of money on bollocks
That's
over
a
the
good
years.
point. They did spend a significant amount of time researching a gay bomb.
Exactly. You know,
Brown notes.
I'd love the idea of a brown. I'd love that to be true.
You'd stop a riot
Oh,
in,
fuck yeah.
in seconds. Wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
You stop-
Everyone would go from running and chucking, you know, to just, oh no. Just really quickly and everyone just starts shuffling off home. That's that. No one making eye contact.
No.
It would you'd just kill all disorder
course you
instantly.
It'll,
Just floods of shit.
it'll be the ultimate it'd be the ultimate tool of governance.
Yeah.
Do as I say, or I shall slay the blown bird.
There is one way around it, isn't there? I mean, if you're willing to...
Nappy.
Yeah.
Well,
If you're willing to...
that's
Yeah,
how bad you want to write it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've still got a shitty nappy.
I know. It ain't great.
And you're not going to feel good though, are you? If your body's
No.
executed everything out of itself, you're going to be a bit weak.
Yeah.
Might be a bit lightheaded, and the smell.
The smells, yeah.
Everyone around you has also done a couple of pints of liquid shit.
Yeah.
You still would get spillage, I'd imagine.
Plus, you'd have to anticipate that they were going to use it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to spend your life in it. You got your nappy on again, mate. You never know. The bastards are that fucking brown now.
One day, they may get it working.
Is this just an excuse for your nappy fetish?
Well, two birds with one stone. But, you know. But then on the one hand, they've also got robot dogs that feed off of dead humans, haven't they? And like,
Yeah.
you know. So why are they that arsed about psychics? Because surely the AI will be more...
It's all it is that they heard the Russians might be doing it, and you can't have that gap. You can't let them get one over on you because that puts you at a disadvantage then. So we've got to do it.
Yeah.
If they're doing it, we've got to do it. And the same as for the Russians, well, if they're doing it, we're going to have to do it.
Just like they're in an AI war with China at the moment, who's going to create the most powerful AI.
Well, apparently the Chinese AI, which burst onto the scene a few months ago, isn't as good as ChatGPT.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the public ones that we're fucking about with. I'm talking about the, you know, military, the DARPA ones, the hardcore shit, where it's already got a personality and they're speaking to it.
Oh,
we
you know,
don't know about. It's in a room that you go to and like,
I bet they've stuck it in a robot.
hello George, hello, and it's a big huge room that pulses, you know. There'll be something like that going on. But it's like a good example. I watched an episode of Knight Rider today and they found Kit's, the prototype of Kit, who's called Car,
Yeah.
and hasn't got the moral AI that Kit's got, so he's just moralless. So he's very, very dangerous, and he comes into the hands of two alcoholic criminals who use him for nefarious ends, mate. Whereas Kit is a good AI, so we've got to be careful to train our AI to be like Kit and not like Car. So there.
Right.
There's Asimov's law, isn't there?
Yeah, but that always seems to go wrong.
And we have to program them with that, though, don't we, as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because what if they're like, oh, fuck that. Like the Prime Directive 4, you know, you can't attack an OCP until you fire him and then shoot him out of a fucking window.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, psychic wars, I would like to believe, because I have experienced weird things in my life that I can't explain. Like,
Such as?
well, just like weird connections. Like
Friday.
for example, well, no, not that. For example, it's a bit dark, but it's true. When my friend Bindi died, I woke up in a panic, like out of my bed, like, fuck, not knowing what's going on. Like, that was weird. And then the next morning found out he died. I thought, well, that's fucking mad, almost as if I felt it somehow through the network. So maybe we had powers long ago that were normal, that we've since lost the ability. Maybe some people have still got it. Maybe we've never had it and it's something that will develop. Children of the Atom style.
Yeah, maybe.
X-Men style.
Yeah, I don't know.
That does seem more likely that it's something that we're going to evolve into.
So I like the idea that we used to have, or maybe the people that we're seeded from, maybe the Anunnaki, they've just got it as standard, and some of the first of us had it, and you know, thousands of years have passed, and
It's all that flora.
it's just diminished. Maybe all the food, maybe all this shit is to keep that, you know, all the shit we consume.
Fluoride in the water.
Yeah, it's
Keep your pineal gland
calcify the
calcified.
third eye.
keep it docile. Like, who knows? You know, we all have premonitions sometimes and think things at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, somebody phones you and you're like, I was literally about to phone you.
Yeah.
You know, coincidences, quite possibly, but also maybe there's way more than we were capable of understanding. The brain.
They did go into this psychic soldier thing like really heavily. Have you ever? I mean, I've read the book and seen the movie, The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Yeah,
The
same.
movie's very different.
Yeah, it
from the
is.
book.
The book's loads better.
The book's loads better. But like
John Ronson.
the guy who Stubblebee, his name was, I think he was a general. He was convinced that one day he'd be able to walk through a wall.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, what's the wall? It's atoms. What am I made of? Atoms. All I've got to do is concentrate hard enough, get onto another plane where I can merge my atoms through those atoms. And he used to walk into walls all the fucking time. You know, they were going to do the Jedi warrior thing where, like, so this soldier who's like training, you go into a room, he'll notice everything instantly.
Yeah.
Like, just process it within a microsecond, faster than anyone else could ever react. Because they've honed their brains to that degree.
Yeah, and it's... That book's brilliant. The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Yeah.
John
One of them
Ronson.
killed a hamster, didn't they? They used to sit
Well-
there and stare at the goats, trying to kill the goat.
Maybe
None of them ever did it. But one guy did it with a hamster.
Did the hamster just die at that moment?
Well, that's it, innit? But he
No
was
way.
like, but they were like, oh yeah, it takes it out of you.
Yeah.
Taking a life like that, you lose a bit of yourself.
Yeah.
So it should be.
Stop you doing it too much.
Because if you could train people to kill with a glance,
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell.
I think
Without
it's,
any consequences.
but it's more likely it's going to be like, you know, a random 1 in 10 million gifted child born with this, you know, freakish genetic
Yeah.
connection to the pineal,
Or is it something that can be trained?
or is it an injection?
Yeah.
Do we ask AI to invent some sort of chemical that will reconnect us to our... I don't know. It could do anything.
Yeah. I wonder if it happens if you ask GPT to predict the future.
Well,
They tell you it can't.
has anyone tried asking it for football predictions?
No?
We should do a season. We should do next season. That might be an interesting Facebook page to set up. I'm going to bet based on ChatGPT's recommendations for an entire
Yeah.
season. See how we get on. Because it could be
Yeah.
shit. Because it's only got it's got all the same information that anybody else creating odds has got, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But then you see these supercomputer predictions in the papers and they're never fucking right. I'm sure they had Forest at 17th and...
Well, yeah, they could get fucked. 'Cause I read an article the other day. It didn't say what they used to simulate it, Red, but it was like, bad news for Wrexham fans. We simulated the entire championship season. They finished dead bottom without... And I'm like, fuck off. It didn't say what they used or anything. I'm like, they're going to be in the top 10 richest clubs in the fucking league. They're not going to finish...
You don't even know who's going to be in the league yet.
Yeah, like, get fucked.
Hey,
You don't know what players they're going to sign.
Yeah.
still got the playoffs to come.
I mean, for God's sake, you can't say that because they're basing that. Someone's done Championship Manager,
Champo. I was
Big
thinking they've
Wrexham,
used Champo.
hasn't changed the team,
Yeah.
and just simulated, put Wrexham in the Championship and simulated.
Yeah.
They've probably taken the League One squad straight into the Championship.
Yeah. That was just to get me to click on it. Clickbait.
Oh,
I
some
hate
of
when
the-
I fall for it, because I do fall for it every, you know, 'cause I'm like, don't do it. But, oh, they got me, I want to know.
I read the comments first, see if anyone spoils it for me.
Oh, it's insane.
But shock transfer, this'll break football, this'll break the internet, and you're like, oh fuck, AI's writing all this because it uses the same fucking
Yeah.
headline all the time.
It's bollocks, isn't it?
That's alright, Project Sunstreak.
Is this all bollocks?
Is this bollocks?
If it's real, I don't like thinking of it as just something you can get any old grunt from the army and train him to do long, and if you try hard enough. I want it to be like a 1 in a billion special gifted child is born, you know, give him a cool code name, costume, superhero up it a bit, yeah,
Well, yeah.
bring in the Mysterion. What? You know, what you'll use them for, I don't know. Telling you where stuff is, I suppose. Locating things. How many
Psychic
troops
terrorists.
are there? Well, yeah.
If you lost your keys, it's handy, innit?
Well, definitely. Forgot your password.
Mysterion, lost me key card, do you know where it is?
Oh, what's my PIN number, Mysterion? And you can just project it to your head. You know, legend.
Hey, this is empty. Mysterion.
Hey! No, all the accounts are empty. Because that's the thing, the army'd have to keep him under a leash, or he would just go wild, take all the world's wealth.
Can you just walk into a bank and just go, the money's mine now?
I don't know if he can.
Can he do that?
I don't think he can get in your
Can he
head.
force trick you?
Can he get in your head and make decisions for you? I don't know, but he could get in your head and find out all the security
That's true.
details and, you know.
Professor X could control people that way, couldn't he?
He had a machine to help though, didn't he?
No, even when he was...
Oh, when he wasn't looking, yeah. If he could just be
he
like...
could freeze them and make them sleep with him and things.
Well, we'll never know. I don't think I've got any psychic abilities. I'm barely conscious.
Barely conscious of where I am at any given time.
I'm like, my brain is just like 1,000 RPM. It's just idling at all times. I certainly couldn't tell you what's in the next room without looking first. Never mind what's in the King of Azerbaijan's fucking bathroom cabinet. No good asking me. But that doesn't mean there aren't people out there who are not very good at this sort of thing, just like Yuri. Get it?
we retract that.
I don't.
That's awful. You can't say that Yuri got a psychic when he clearly isn't.
Well, I've read the CIA documents, Ben.
Yeah, the ones where he was there for 4 days and then sent home.
I've skimmed over them in about 30 seconds while you were talking, and yeah, he's pretty good. Pretty good.
Even the other remote viewers are saying he's not a psychic.
They wouldn't they? Jealousy. They didn't get careers in show business, did you? You don't get a career in light entertainment in 1980s, 70s Britain without... Oh, hang on. Right, wrap this up. Moving on.
Just when were you hanging out with Cliff and Yuri?
Operation U-Tree never graced his door.
It's because he lives in Israel. He's got on the run.
It's fine. You know the Iron Dome that Israel's got?
Yeah.
It's not.
Does
it's
he
just
take
Yuri.
responsibility?
It's just Yuri.
I'm surprised he hasn't taken
He
responsibility.
just sits there beaming it from his brain.
But you know what he didn't see? The October 7th attacks, did he? Didn't see that coming.
All right, I think we've gone into...
Did he?
Got a
If
little
he, was
bit-
that, if he was that fucking
Moving on,
psychic...
Ben. Less than the October the 7th.
I'm just saying he should
People
have...
are touchy about it. Moving on.
He should have seen it. You know, just if he was that psychic.
Yes, got that.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, I see. I'm on the fence, man. It's fucking weird. I think there might be something into it. I really do.
I don't know if 15% is high enough to convince me. I want a bit more
It
than
depends,
that.
doesn't it, on what it...
Well, this is it. Are they finding someone's keys, or are they telling me that Putin's going to launch the nukes?
If it's something big, like the Ark of the Covenant, and they've actually found it, and that's pretty fucking amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, but then have they sent someone to that location?
Well, we don't know, do we?
That's it. You know, it's
Maybe they did. Maybe they've got it.
maybe.
Maybe it
locked
didn't
in.
even exist. Who the fuck knows? I just think there's a lot about this world that we're quite ignorant about.
Yeah.
And especially the brain as well. I mean, like a fucking supercomputer, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like we don't know like what it's sensitive to and what it's not, or the wavelengths, and you know, like you can't see Wi-Fi, can you?
No,
So
you
what
just
else?
feel it
What else?
destroying your cells.
What else can't you see?
Well, you can't see 90% of what constitutes a universe.
Oh, yeah.
There's only 4% that we know. 96 is unknown.
Yeah.
Quantum physics, I mean,
Quantum computers that use.
it's like
the
you're not sitting on
multiverse.
that sofa.
Well, I am.
You're
I know
not.
what you mean.
You're hovering very gently above it.
Yeah.
Look, my ass hurts if I sit
I
down
know,
too
it's
long
mad
then.
as fucking it. But 99% of that
Forces of
sofa is
gravity.
space. 99.9% of it is empty space. It's fucking mad.
It is.
Then you got quantum computing now, which says that it,
It uses the multiverse
yeah,
to make a calculation.
Ugh,
it's fucking mental.
just get me in that fucking reality.
And then
world,
you've got, you know, Elizondo and co.
See, this is
with their
why
revelations about, you know, psychically contacting alien beings and UFOs and shit like that.
Yeah, but then you've also got blokes that go, "This is Ashtar Command. I am speaking to you through the medium of..." Oh, just fuck off, you mental patient. But I take your point. There may be some good ones, but for every good one, you got people ruining it for everybody else.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like watching Knight Rider and getting really high.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the mysteries. It's all too much.
Your brain can just go just idle.
Yeah, the mysteries of the universe and my place in it. Fucking hell.
And of course, if we're living in a simulation, then these people may have been able to hack the code somehow.
Well, they can,
like Neo.
They can simulate me just lying on the sofa.
If this is a simulation, why is it so fucking wank?
Well, it's not for some people, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why is it wank for the majority of us?
Maybe we didn't play it right or do the right. I don't know.
They got cheat codes.
Yeah, yeah. Or they bought XP packs to boost up their
But with the
stats.
NPCs, of course we got it shit.
Yeah, with the
The
muggles.
top 1%, they're the actual players. They're playing a game.
Yeah, we're not real. I'm not real.
What's that? Free Guy, isn't it? Have you seen that?
Yeah, Free Guy.
Good film.
And the Spielberg one.
Ready
where
Player
everyone's-
One.
Yeah, where everyone's got the headsets on. We've just got the basic package.
Well, someone needs to tell me how to upgrade.
Trying my best. Well, no, I'm not. That's a lie.
But you can't, you're an NPC.
Completely given up.
So what you're saying is, I need to go around and start stealing people's sunglasses.
Oh yeah. Just take the things we can't afford. Yeah. We'll just rob our way to the top. Oh, you've just figured it out. Well done. Rob from the rich and give to me.
Well, why the fuck
Well,
not?
I'm the poor. Well,
Just getting your money into the bank, though, that's the problem.
people still accept cash.
They do, but if you've got, like, shoe boxes of cash under the bed, if your bed at this point is shoe boxes full of cash,
It is a lot harder to get rid of it. I'll grant you that.
you've got to get it into the bank, can't you?
That's why you set up a business to
you've got-
money launder.
Yeah, laundry,
Yeah.
innit? You can't just walk up with shoe boxes full
Yeah.
of money.
No, I want to go
Put it
like
into a
Scarface,
bag.
and they've got the big duffel bags full of cash.
No,
You
this
can't,
day and
can
age
you?
you have to open a Turkish barber's or an American candy store or a vape shop.
It's true.
Yes, we've been incredibly successful this month,
Start
Mr.
a-
Taxman.
Yeah.
After £100,000, yes.
Start a
Or
business.
did you write down all the sales you made?
Ah, fuck.
Do you know what? No. All your shelves are full. Yeah. Always well stocked. That's why we're so successful. Well, that's the way to it.
Nice. And I'm on the fence. I don't know about this thing. I don't know about psychic viewing. Some of it I think, yeah, maybe, and some of it I'm just like, it's not accurate enough for me. If you're gonna do this, I want you to be fucking like spot on.
But remember, this is the stuff they released.
That's
Yeah.
true.
What aren't they telling us?
Well, yeah, you're right. So where's MH370?
It's a wormhole.
Well, you might be fucking right, because I guarantee you that some psychic spy looked into this.
Maybe.
Can they see through wormholes?
That's what I mean. No, I can't see anywhere.
Well, Ed Dames said he can. Anywhere in space and time.
They use
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Was it one of Ingo Swan who went back in time on Mars? We went to look at Mars on this year, and it was like thousands and millions of years ago, and there was like a civilization there. Martians in togas and pyramids.
No way you can prove that. There is a.
No, we could have just been having a trip.
Very powerful one. But hey, we'll never know unless we take ayahuasca.
A lot of people report seeing the same things on ayahuasca, which is quite intriguing.
Yes.
The jester.
The machine elves.
Yep.
Well, I think personally you can keep your machine elves.
No, I'm not down for it, because if I'm going to go to the Brazilian rainforest to fucking do it.
Yeah, I'll stick with Star Trek and that.
I'd do it.
If you brought it here, maybe, but I'm not going to a fucking...
No, I'm not going to the rainforest with the spiders as big as my fucking head.
I mean, it's not
not
meant
nice.
to be a fun thing, is it?
No,
It's meant to be.
Yes.
Everyone that does it says that they feel like renewed.
We'll have an ego death.
Yeah.
I don't want
I'm
to kill
trying
my
to
ego
kill that-
for. It's took me years to get to this point.
I'm trying to kill that company.
Take, we'd take a fucking gallon of ayahuasca and kill your ego.
I'm not denying it.
You'd have to be the world's first intravenous ayahuasca taker. All good fun. Right, well,
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Well, so the short answer is, lads, we don't know.
No.
Nah.
Wow. Well, maybe a first. Oh, on that bombshell.
Well, to be fair, that's my answer for everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, on that non-bombshell in Mike's case, good. I've been Ben, thanks for listening. To us that world, love is the law, every man and woman is a star.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out.
Might be gas, free bit cannon. Goodbye.